Haley 2024, the movement, is a nonprofit organization built on talking about competitive governance. It has many, many different reforms all built into this one movement. And some of the main aspects of this movement is separating government into 30 sectors with distinct elected leaderships per sector. So no one person can be over top of more than one sector of the government. So anybody over top of police would not be over education or over top of banking or the military or environmental control. We separate all government power into 30 sectors, and all elected leaders can only be over top of one of the 30 sectors. So you have a separation of leadership. So this is going to give a lot less power per person in elected leadership, and they can concentrate on their one sector. So they can get more of an expert. Hopefully you will get experts in that field to go for elected leadership in that field, because how many people really have expertise in the prison system or the fine tunings of the fine points of court procedure or how to help the poor. There's a lot there, and if you get elected leaders only concentrating on their one area, then they can do a lot better job, I think. So that's why we want to separate all government power into 30 sectors. That's one aspect. Another aspect would be everyone selects from 12 different competitive governments per sector. So once we separate all of it out, let's just talk about education for a minute. We have 12 different school boards statewide. Once every state has 12 school boards throughout the full geographic area of the full state. So there'd be 12 different school boards everywhere in that state. The parent gets to pick which one they want to go with. So some can be very friendly to homeschoolers and private schoolers. Some can be very friendly to what the public school system is right now. Some will be very friendly to what maybe conservatives want. Others will be more friendly to what liberals want. There's a lot of different ways to do education. Allow there to be 12 different systems. And again, that's just one aspect. Places are the same thing: military, environmental control, HR rules, and the like. So we'll go over all that. Introducing free enterprise benefits into every aspect of government, because only your government is going to tax you or give you the fee or give you those charges. So there's not going to be any general budget anymore. So not only do we separate all government into 30 sectors, and then in each sector we have competitive governments, but there's not going to be one monopoly general budget. Your government, to provide you services, are going to charge you for the services. So that's going to profoundly introduce free enterprise benefits into every aspect of government, because free enterprise benefits are significantly better than government control and the harms of that. Monopolized representative societal oversight. 4 big words to say we will have a monopolized government to make sure things are going okay. The competitive governments are doing what they're supposed to do, not going outside of what they're doing. If a competitive government is taking care of their job that they're supposed to be doing, policing, social security, environmental control, if they're taking care of what they're supposed to be doing, then the monopolized government doesn't have to do anything. It's only when they need to address negative externalities. So if a competitive government is not doing what they're supposed to be doing, they're creating negative externalities, then that's when the monopoly representatives step in and say, okay, you can do it any way you want to without causing negative externalities, but if you can start causing negative externalities, we're pulling you back. You either lose your ability to be a competitive government, which everybody has to join one, or you ship up and do better policies and better laws. Okay, competitive governments only govern their members, so important, and when you do have monopolized control over some areas, they still have to work through the competitive governments that people pick. So only your competitive governments deal with you, even if they have to have a monopolized government's dictates come down, and that only happens with a 70% vote on a significant negative externality. Okay, so that's highly important there. About 10 to 20% of the authority at this is at the monopolized sector board. So the sector board, over every sector, there'll be a monopolized board to deal with things that are need to be addressed. So there will be one commander in chief. That's at the monopolized sector board. A couple other ones, the authorization agencies to have police powers or military powers. Those have to be at the monopolized sector board level, which are representatives. The sector boards, monopolized sector boards are made from the representatives of the competitive governments. So everybody sends up representatives, and that's very much competitive representative agencies there. But even if they have power, they work through the competitive governments. Let's keep on going. We can look at the 30 sectors right here. I'm going to try to keep this short. There's a lot more videos out there. You can pause and look at that, but there's a full charity system. We get rid of welfare. 5 sectors in the foreign protection system. 5 sectors in the violent crime mitigation system with police, prisons, law enforcement, authorization agencies. Then there's 15 other sectors dealing with healthcare, financial, HR related stuff, media and communication, transportation, roads and stuff. They're all there. So that's important to look at. But I have videos on all that. More information at Haley2024.org. Until the next video.